While making that favorite anime video, although I was happy to talk about my favorite shows that I love so much, I had this urge in my heart, something inside me to do something similar, but with a different emotion, an emotion that shows true passion that I've been hiding my entire life. The urge to start hating and tell y'all my least favorite anime ever. The ways of Kendrick Lamar has taught me I need to get my hating agenda up. So I'm going to give y'all my top 10 least favorite anime of all time, to show y'all the anime that really grinds my gears. First thing to say is that these shows are just what I personally don't like or can't get into. If you like these shows, good for you. I'm glad you found some joy into something. But some of y'all are freaks. And second, I'm not going for like the obviously bad anime like Oremo, Diabolic Lovers, Kiss Exes, Vampire Knight, all that shit. I hate those shows, but they are objectively bad, and that's too easy and boring to name a bunch of low-rated anime. So this list contains anime out of that category that I don't like. You can see the really shitty ones as dishonorable mention despite being worse than the ones on this list. But yeah, that's how it goes. But let's start off with number 10. Number 10 is definitely going to give me a lot of hate in this video, but number 10 is Re:Zero. No, wait, hold on. Listen. I'll say this. I can understand why everyone loves Re:Zero. Out of all the things on this list, I understand the most why people love Re:Zero and like why it's so popular. I'm not saying, everyone loves it, but I don't like it, so it's bad. Like, no, that's not the point here. Like, people like seeing Subaru's redemption arc and how the series deals with its time travel and all the trauma, right? I understand that, but the reasons why I don't personally like Re:Zero is the characters. I don't like literally any of these characters. I really couldn't stand Subaru as an MC. I found him to be so unlikable and just pathetic. And I get it, okay, that's the point. He's supposed to be like that for his redemption. But oh my god, he is so pathetic here. Like, I can't even take him seriously when he tries to be better, because he's so fucking annoying. And him being blindly in love with Emilia was just annoying. And I've seen characters like him that start off weak, pathetic, or an asshole. But the difference here is that it's not overblown and I can take them seriously. Subaru is just always annoying with his bullshit. Rem, I think she's one of the most overrated female characters in anime. I never found her appealing. She just came off as like a simp who sometimes has a crazy side and also just annoys me. And when she got rejected, I laughed. I laughed so hard. Emilia, while I think she doesn't deserve any of the hate she gets, she's still a really boring character. I don't get why Subaru loves her so much. She comes up as like a bland and just stoic and typical anime girl. Ram. Who? Puck and the clown guy were fine, but not all that. Same with Beatrice, whatever her name is. Like, I just don't care. And I know what y'all gonna say, but it gets better in the second season. No, it gets better. But if it takes 25 episodes for me to even slightly like or be interested in your characters, then it doesn't feel worth it. I could be doing anything else instead than just raging at characters I don't like, and I probably will never like. Again, I understand why the show is loved and why y'all love it. Like, that's why it's at the bottom. And Re:Zero is getting a season 3, and I'm actually happy for you guys. I'm happy you have a new season to a show that you guys love. But for me, I couldn't get into it, so that's why it's number 10. Number 9 is Free. I honestly have nothing to really say about this anime. It was just so boring. All I remember is that the art and animation was gorgeous, which makes sense. This is the same studio that's behind Clannad, A Silent Voice, Kyoto Animation, who is the GOATs. And it's a sports anime about guys on the swim team going through their problems. Yay. Again, I thought the anime was just boring. I didn't care about any of the characters. I thought the MC was annoying and like pessimistic and bland. Like, he was just oh, what about the shark tooth boy? I don't care. Kirishima better. Moving on. Number 8 is K. Yeah, just K. What an original title. Some of the reasons why I didn't like Free, K is an anime with really great art and animation, with a completely boring cast of characters. I just didn't care about any of them. But the difference here is that K is a huge disappointment to me, because I actually really wanted to like this. I remember seeing trailers for this anime when I was a kid, when it first came out, and I thought it looked so cool, and the story was interesting. A bunch of clans and like gangs with powers fighting for the top just sounds awesome. So I watched it, and I got so bored throughout the whole anime. It was one of the first animes that I was truly disappointed in. Years later, I rewatched it and had the exact same feeling. The characters, besides like two, were just boring and dull. Especially the main character. I don't even know his name. That's how forgettable he was. And his like pink-haired cat girlfriend, whatever, did not care about her at all. The only ones I kind of liked were the Red and Blue King and this guy on a skateboard. They were actually pretty cool and fun, but clearly not enough to save this anime and its other dull characters. And can y'all stop posting this clip of that girl losing most of her top in that fight? I get it, she's attractive, but that is not enough for me to care about this anime, okay? Damn! She is bad though, oh my god! At 7 is Kiss Him, Not Me. All I gotta say is what a fall from grace. Unlike most things on this list, I actually enjoyed Kiss Him Not Me at first. I thought it was really funny and a really charming rom-com for like the first 4 episodes. Cause after that, my god, this anime just got so repetitive and cliche. The characters and their gags just ran their course and got so annoying. The worst of them all was Kai, the main character. At first, I actually liked her. Her yaoi fantasies were actually kind of funny, and her having a harem with a nice twist, but after a while, she just got so annoying with the same jokes over and over and over again. And during that, I realized Kai is just a typical harem MC that's like oblivious to everything. The only difference here is that she's a yaoi fangirl. That's the only gimmick she has. That's all this anime has to offer. It just gets annoying making Kai an annoying and unlikable main character. And that includes her love interests, who are some of the most bland set of love interests I have ever seen. Just like Kai, they rely on one gimmick. Asuma is the calm, nice guy that will always support you no matter what. Yet, he's the most unappealing looking out of all of the guys. Like, this dude looks like he's gonna cut my face off and just kill everybody. He is so creepy looking. Nana is the tough, fun-loving one. Hayato is the weaker, shy one. Yusuke is just another Asuma, a nice guy that supports you, except he doesn't look like a serial killer. And Shima is the girl. That's it, she's the girl. That's all they do with her. There's nothing new or interesting about this cast. They're all just basic and annoying with no other qualities. Kiss Him Not Me had a nice concept and a strong start, but just completely fell off and became a typical and boring harem. Now, the other 4 choices are definitely shows that I don't like, but I can understand the appeal to an extent. However, these 6 I'm about to name, I absolutely despise them. I see nothing redeeming about them, so let's just get through it. Number 6 is Dokuro-chan. Now, this anime I'm sure and hoping you guys have not heard of, and I'm about to ruin your entire day with this show. The premise of this whole show, and I'm not joking, is Dokuro, a violent angel girl that's sent to Earth to live with Sakura, the MC, to stop him from committing a huge tragedy. And what's that tragedy, you ask? Well, I can't say it here on YouTube, but I'll just give you an example of what it makes him look like. Alright, so look at this picture of him. Now look at this one. Yes, that's the main character. Oh yeah, and Dokuro herself solves this by killing and reviving him over and over again. Yeah, that's definitely not gonna be an old and kind of gross gag. Like, I remember watching this anime when I was a kid, and even then, just being visibly uncomfortable, annoyed, and grossed out by this show. When it's not showing unnecessary levels of gore for comedy, the rest of the comedy in the moments are just your typical unfunny comedy anime stuff, relying on annoying and tired out tropes. This is just truly a terrible anime, and I am glad it's being forgotten. And 5 is going to be Smartphone Isekai. I mean, just look at it. Look at the title. That alone just says the quality of this anime. It's another generic and crappy isekai. Just the main character has a smartphone. That's it. That's actually it. I swear, the isekai genre, especially with based off light novels, can produce some of the most mid to shit tier writing you will ever see, with garbage characters, garbage story, and that's exactly what the smartphone isekai is. Just generic and bad. That's it. At number 4 is Wolf Girl and the Black Prince. This right here is my second most disliked romance anime of all time, and I actually love romance. It's a genre that I really love and think it's special to me. But Wolf Girl and the Black Prince is what I hate about romance anime, especially in the shoujo genre. And that's an extremely toxic and unlikable main couple, but it's okay since it's played for laughs and the guy is pretty and the girl's a pushover. Like, I'm not joking, the entire anime is about this girl and this popular guy getting together, but quite literally the entire time, the guy, whose name is Hyoya, is just basically abusing his girlfriend. He treats her like a literal dog. Like, seriously, he makes her bark, throw a stick for her to fetch, and she just does it because she wants to be accepted. It just gets extremely depressing, but the thing is, it's all played for laughs. This is a rom-com. I'm supposed to laugh at this, but it's not funny. Kyoya is just a piece of shit the entire time, treating this girl horribly, and it's not funny or charming. It's literally an abusive relationship with a terrible and controlling guy who is without a doubt one of the worst male leads I've ever seen in an anime. He's just a piece of crap to her. And I would get it if it's a story about a girl standing up to her abusive, shitty boyfriend, but no, the girl, Erica, just accepts it and moves on. Again, all of her issues are played for bad and unfunny jokes. I just don't understand the appeal or humor of these types of shows, where a pretty character just treats someone they love, supposedly like crap, all for humor, but it's not funny. The characters come up as unlikable because they are. And what's crazy is that I read a manga called I'm a Co, Now I'm in Love, and it was actually a really good manga. The art, the romance is really cute, the couple's adorable, and it's made by the same author of this show. Like, how do you make this and then this? That's just crazy. But why hasn't this manga an anime adaptation? Why does this shitty one get one, but this good manga doesn't? Like, how does that work? What is the logic here? The math is not mathing, bro. And also, the art and animation quality in this show is just like the rest. Dog shit. Number 3 is The Familiar of Zero. Now, this is my least favorite romance anime ever, and ironically, probably my least favorite isekai too. I still feel like this even after all these years. I first watched this anime when I was 11 years old, and now less than a decade later, rewatching it, nothing has changed. Everything about this anime is either boring or frustrating. The boring part is the main guy Sato, and the frustrating part is the main girl Louise and their romance. She's a complete brat that whines and complains about every single thing and is a total asshole to everyone. Most of her dialogue is her crying about something that isn't even that big of a deal. She's without a doubt the worst part of this show, which is bad since she's the main character, but she completely ruins it with her constant outbursts and her annoying ass voice. And it doesn't help that even after all of that, she and the main guy get together. The two had zero chemistry because most of the time she's beating the shit out of him. Again, the math is not mathing. This is not making any sense. Like, she doesn't develop at all. She's the same as she was in the beginning. And all the other characters are either on the side watching the events or just forgotten. Just a terrible example of a romance anime, and that's why it's in the top 3. Number 2 is Higurashi. You know what's crazy is that, like Re:Zero, I did try hard to like it since I hear this is like one of the best horror anime ever. The opening is catchy, so I was excited to watch it. And oh my lord, this show is so infuriating. I don't like any of these characters. I don't care what they're going through because this is what happens with them. They're the most boring character trope you can think of. But then, oh, psych, I'm actually a psychotic murderer. Like, that's the entire show. That's their whole personality. They just snap and do all these dark and messed up things for shock value. That's great. Like, horror has that issue. They just do these shocking things just to get the viewer's attention, but it doesn't work because it's either not scary and just corny. The only time I actually liked any of these characters was the blue-haired one, Reina, I think her name is when she beat the shit out of one of those bullies. Like, that's it. Other than that, shitty characters, don't care about anything. I really got any enjoyment out of it. Oh, what about the fingernail scene now? Bro, why are you finding enjoyment out of that? Like, yo, like, nah, we gotta report you, bro. Nah. And number 1, my least favorite anime ever, Future Diary. This anime has broke me in ways that I didn't think was even possible. The big difference from this anime and the others on this list, that I gave them some sort of somewhat praise, right? Future Diary, besides its opening and art style, which was okay, there is nothing, and I mean nothing, appealing about this show. The concept seemed kind of cool, but was immediately ruined by the characters, who are some of the worst cast of characters I've ever seen. They do some of the dumbest shit ever and are just so uninteresting. The worst of them all is Yuki and Yuno. They are the worst characters, couple, main characters I have ever seen. There is not one thing about them that is likable. With Yuki, you know all those like misconceptions about Deku's character, how he's a coward, a bitch, and doesn't deserve any of the success he's had in the series. You know, all those lies, put them all together, and in truth, that's what Yuki is. Cause that's literally his whole character. All he does is be scared and cry for Yuno and just whine. That is actually it. He is such a pushover. He doesn't drive the plot or anything. He's just unbearable. All he does is just go, I get no bitches, I get no bitches, I get no bitches. Like, shut up, bro. But nothing will be worse than Yuno. I don't get the love for her. Oh, she's the icon of yanderes. Well, I hate the yandere trope, so it's already going bad. But Yuno is so unlikable, with her constant stalking of Yui, being a psycho to anything that's even in contact with him, to being so annoying, calling out his name. Like, most of her dialogue just going, Yuki, Yuki, Yuki. Like, bro, shut up! Oh my god! What is so good about this guy? There is nothing. There's not box, no penis that is as good to be doing all this for. And y'all say, oh, but that's just her being the yandere trope, you know? I already said that I don't like the trope, so I hate her for being the embodiment of it and being one of the worst and annoying ways of it. But okay, I don't know what I'm saying here, but like, I'm so mad about this character that I can't even put my mind straight. She does have like a sad backstory on like why she's like this, but during this I didn't care because Yuno was so unlikable throughout the entire show, and even she doesn't care about it that much. This whole cast in anime just pisses me off. Oh, what about the white-haired guy and the eye patch girl? I don't care about either of them. I have more to say about this show, but all of those feelings are for another day. Just know this is my most hated anime ever, and that will never change. Whew, damn, that was a lot. But even with that, I hope you guys enjoyed the rage I had in this video. I hope it made y'all laugh. Like and sub for more vids. And to end this off, you see that? You see that? Change that.
This bad girl at the store, she like a honey bun. She brown skin bad, man, she like a honey bun. So I had to hit her with the where you from?